Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh. Except no cheesy YouTube imposters, commentators, or trolls. And this is day 4 of the quarantine. Might be day 8 if you go back to last Friday. I'm not certain, and I'm not certain when I got this. So I gotta do something about that. My eyeballs look screwy that way. Should lower this, but anyway, I had to go out and feed the cats because Tiny One would starve, and Gray doesn't always get food, so she would starve. And I should have changed this shirt and taken a quick shower because now I'm soaked in sweat and coughing a little bit. Had the mask on. Very hard to breathe with the N95 mask on because all your breath comes back on you, and then the mask starts getting wet. Got my mail. Wore the mask the whole way. Tiny One was very hungry. I don't know if cat they ever fed her or not. And someone, once again, some jerk took her water bowl and got rid of it. Had a steel water bowl, been there for months, not bothering anybody, but it's gone. So she's happy. Mama Cat and Kitten's happy. Got my mail. Got a new catalog. I'll do mail time tomorrow. I got some stuff to show you. But this is all part of Kathy's craziness. She got me 38 pounds of fresh step litter. I've already dumped that into the bins. And she got me Lysol. She got me some raisin snails. Once again, as usual, she did not do what I told her to do because she didn't know what I wanted to do. She got me a thing, she went to Walmart instead of Target. I said, go to Target, then go to Costco. Get me a jug of cat litter. She got me more cat litter than he needed, which is for the time being. She got this chicken broth. But what am I going to do with just chicken broth with no food? And then, for some bizarre reason, known only to Kathy, she got these Chicken Ramen Express. The only problem is, because of my kidney stone history, I can't eat stuff with a lot of sodium. Each cup of this stuff has 1,115 milligrams of sodium. So I don't know if we'll be able to eat it or not. She got some for her. And what else did she get? Complaining all the way. And I said, go feed Tiny One. Why? Because she's starving. But what happened when she shows up? She pushes this stroller. And just before she came, within a half an hour, Mama Cat and Kitten came up and they were hungry. So one of my paid subscribers, well, it was nice, but I'm going to ignore the chat for now, so let me talk, please. Kathy does what she wants. I love her dearly, but she's been doing that for 45 years. And some things, when I tell her I know something or to do something or about a certain subject, just because I've researched the hell out of it. And she's kind of like a lumbering ox at times. She doesn't pay attention. She has knocked over the water dish outside. She's knocked over all the dry cat food. Then I got to sweep it up or pick it up. She moved tables out there. It drives me crazy. So she takes her cart and she bangs in the screen door. Screen door's unlocked. Door was locked because I was trying to sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was up for 21 straight hours. One of the side effects to this is you don't sleep. And the second side effect, you get headaches. Well, I'm not having a headache today, and I know what will happen. I'll say I'm not having a headache, and then it'll give me a headache. And I am feeling much better. But when she showed up with the stroller, being that she doesn't pay attention, and this whole thing is just absolutely insane. I felt like I was in a bad comedy, or I'll tell you. The stroller hits one of the plastic Tupperware dishes that I feed Mama Cat and Kitten in. And she takes the stroller and it jams, somehow, God only knows. I went to push the screen door open so I could get the cat litter, the Lysol. She brought me orange juice. I thanked her for all this stuff, and she brought me a little creature. I thought it was a seal. It's very cute. And I'll never get anything for you again. I said, look, I can't get out the door. Because I can't move the damn door. Now come over here and move the thing out of the door. And here's the little creature. It's a little brontosaurus. She knows I love brontosauruses. It's very cute. I thought it was a seal, but it's cute. Little cute little thing, but I'm not going to put it anywhere because it might get lost. So she's standing on the other side of the shopping cart. There's a small shopping cart I use to go feed the cats. And another problem. We went to Safeway, Patty and I. Patty goes and gets my medication. The pharmacist goes, well, I can have this tomorrow for him. She says, he's got COVID. He can't come back tomorrow. So I don't have my other 2 inhalers. I've been wheezing a while. So when she cut, I finally get mad and I said, get the F up here and open the effing door and move the container. It's jammed the door. Well, she comes up. I've got the N95 mask on, which completely or almost completely blocks any air from going out. You're breathing in your own air. You're rebreathing like James Bond. And this is how she comes up to the door. Now, I know the trolls will love this. She has her raincoat over her head and is incapable of seeing anything. And the first thing I said, Cousin It from the original Addams Family has returned, because Cousin It used to wear a trench coat or a camel haircut. Coat looked very stylish. So, and she tries that twice and can't see a effing thing. So I said it again. And she's yelling the whole time, and I hate my neighbor gets upset when she yells and will bang on the walls and could get me into trouble. I said, take the damn coat off. I can't. I don't get sick. Take the coat off. I'm 4 feet away from the door. The screen door is closed. I can't get out of the apartment for an earthquake or a fire right now. I'd be trapped. So with the cats, open the door. And I tried moving the door, and it was jammed under the door. The door would not move. So she finally gets off her ass. I said, put the coat on your stroller and bend over and pick the thing up and move it. So this went on for about 20 minutes. And I'm going like this mentally, and I'm looking up at the sky mentally. Why me, oh Lord? There were 30 million people in California maybe when I met her, and the only woman I pick is this woman, and she's an idiot. Or she won't listen. Or she's both. Ron White, the comedian, says you can't fix stupid. It's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen her do. And I'm not trying to be mean. You can't see when you've got a coat over your head. And I'm trying to be nice. I'm a Taurus with a temper. I try not to lose my temper. And I'm feeling better every day, but not sleeping I stayed up from 5:30 in the afternoon. I called her at 9 a.m. She got here at 4. Took her all that time to get here. And then I spent 20 minutes of wasted time trying to get her to move a plastic. This is what the plastic dish looks like. That. I have a number of those. And she won't move it. And I said, you got a face mask on, I presumed, and I've got a face mask on. You're not going to get sick bending down and picking up a container with me behind the door. I'm way back at the bed at this point. She finally moves the thing, and then she jams this stupid thing under the bottom of the cart, and I can't get it out. So I had a bag of laundry that I had washed. I touched it with paper towel. I had her coffee can. I touched it with a paper towel. I had a paper bag with the coffee can in it, her coffee, and a dish for Tiny one of dry food and wet food. Go feed Tiny. Why do I have to feed Tiny? Because she hadn't been fed in 2 days. She's starving. So she leaves. But the saga continues. I call Patty. We talk. I tell her what happened. Patty's verbally shaking her head. Then she tells me Kathy just called her. She got on BART. She left her keys on the BART train. And instead of having her keys in the logical place to have your house keys, which is in your purse, she had them in a plastic baggie, God only knows why. So now she can't get in her house. So she calls Patty to rescue her. Now, I have told her repeatedly, go get an extra set of keys. I have a main set of keys there, an extra set of keys there, and on her set of keys, a pair of my house keys. Let me just go, oh my God. So now Patty had to drive all the way. I keep doing that. I keep transposing their names. I was in the kitchen washing the dishes and then getting Fluffy and little girl's food ready. And Fluffy bugs the hell out of me for the food, and he gets underfoot. And I started calling him Kathy. So, and I love him dearly. Here's little girl. So Patty has to drive from San Ramon to whatever BART station it was, Pleasant and BART, and then Kathy notified BART her keys were somewhere on the train, and maybe they'll find them, and maybe they won't. And then she had to stay overnight, and they're out and about. I've tried to call them, and I'd asked Patty to go to Safeway and get my medication. I don't know if she'd get my 2 inhalers that I need badly. I don't know if she is. And I can't go anywhere the 18th. And then I got to go to the hospital and get tested twice for COVID. Have 2 negative tests in a row before I can go down among humanity. Good thing I don't run the world. There'd be no China left. Because we're getting now they're talking about an egg shortage, the bird flu. We get avian flu, we get swine flu, we get SARS, we get COVID, we get monkeypox. All from China. If Nixon had never gone to China, they would have remained an agricultural society, would not be a superpower, and maybe wouldn't get all these bloody diseases. Nothing against the Chinese people, I'm talking about the government. Oh, anyway, this is how I spent my day, and then I stayed up. I could not sleep until from 5:30 a.m. till 12:30 in the morning, and then I fell asleep for 3 hours and woke up again and couldn't sleep for 2 hours, and then finally went to sleep and woke up at 9 o'clock this morning. So I had 21 and a half hours awake, sitting here. I was sitting here the whole time waiting for her to show up at the door open, and finally I said, I got to go to sleep. I got to take a nap. About 10 minutes later, that's when she showed up. And then people wonder, why are you mean to Kathy? I'm not mean. A saint would have only so much patience. Jesus would have only so much patience to deal with this craziness. Okay, now I can look at the chat. Oh, God. This is why I play the lotto. This is why I appreciate it, but doing this kind of stuff is nuts. No, she's not watching the stream. She's out with Patty somewhere. I had to yell at her because she wouldn't move. Now, you don't understand it. You haven't lived with this woman for 45 years. She does things that are so bizarre or weird or dumb. She has left her keys and locked herself out of the house. She's locked the window and left it. I've done that too, though. One day I was sleep deprived or sick with something. I don't remember. And I mentally thought I grabbed the keys and realized once I shut the door that I hadn't grabbed the keys at all, and they had to come and unlock the door. But she's done this before. I raise my voice because you guys don't understand what it is to live with this woman or to deal with Kathy for 45 years. Well, you know what? How many times have I helped her out? I'm out of wet food for my cats. I'm out of dry food. I'm out of cat litter. I don't have any food. I don't have any food money. Or how many Priuses have I helped her buy? 7. I wasn't. Okay. I'm done. You guys don't get it. I have a girlfriend who is not reasonable. Okay, bye-bye. You live with someone for 45 years, it's almost like being married to them, except we don't live together. You cannot understand what it is to deal with this woman when she does stuff like this continually. I will tell her to do something. She'll do the exact opposite. She'll tell me she forgot, and she even complained about feeding the little cat. But for me to be stuck inside here when I can't go out anywhere, I can't even get out the door. What if she had left? I would be trapped in here. Now, do you get it? All right. You obviously don't. No, I'm not. You are abusive. Goodbye. Enjoy your removal. Have a good night. You know, it's like it's living with someone that drives you nuts. And on the first, I'm getting Fluffy. Getting medication for Fluffy and little girl. It's like I've lived with this woman 6 times. It's why we don't live together. I love her very much. And I've got some creep saying she was worried about getting COVID, but I looked up the N95 mask. I went and called the emergency room and asked about it. And they said, you're pretty much protected from getting it or giving it to someone else. But she's got a mask on. I've got a mask on. I'm 4 feet away. They say 6 feet. Well, I can't get any further than back to bed. I could go in the bedroom, then she can't hear me. That's why I'm raising my voice. All right, I'm done. You guys don't understand what it is to live with Kathy. No, Fluffy has a respiratory infection. He did not get COVID. And I haven't had the money, thanks to the trolls trying to get me evicted last year, and they ruined my credit. I had 4 credit cards that had been canceled. I could not pay my bills because I fell on the floor and forgot to pay them because I was in so much pain. I haven't had the money to take them to the vet. I hadn't had the money to get medication. I meant to do that this month. I didn't have the money. I will have it on the first of the month. So, okay. Goodbye. Guy I never heard of giving me crap. I'm yelling because you guys have managed to irritate the hell out of me. Have a